Hello everybody and welcome back to the Celtic FC25 career mode. Just before we get into any gameplay or anything with this episode, I needed to address the most previous episode. I apologise for the absolute train wreck. Not necessarily results wise, even though there was one or two dodgy results, but just for the commentary on that episode. I was feeling absolutely miserable when I was recording it and it just progressively got worse. Still not feeling great. Honestly, I have this pounding headache that just is not going away, but it's slightly better than it was the other day. Better enough that I feel like I can actually get through an episode. Here's hoping anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to apologise for that. It's not the standard that you've come to expect. At least I hope not anyways. So yeah, let's make sure that was a one-off. But anyways, let's move on and move forward. Big games today in the Champions League. Athens here away from home, which may not seem like a big game when you say it out loud, but they are one of the few teams that are below us. We are currently in 26th in the Champions League phase, which would not be enough to qualify for the playoffs. I keep calling them the prelims. That's what they used to be called in the old Europa League in the Europa League group stage, or after the Europa League group stage and the Conference League group stage, it was called the prelim, and before that it was called the round of 32, but now it's the playoff, and it's the first time it's been in the Champions League. Obviously last season we had a much better time in the league phase, coming 6th, but we probably did a bit too well. Let's be honest. We punched above our weight a bit, but this season it has definitely not been the case. But thankfully we're still in contention. Listen, we're level on points with quite a good few teams there. Some good teams though. Valencia, Lens, Sevilla, PSV and Slavia Praha just behind us, and Bayern Munich are not having a great time in the Champions League, which I'm very happy to see because we are also playing them in today's episode. So the two full games for today will be Athens away from home and Bayern Munich, who travel to Celtic Park. Two huge games, and without further ado, let's get into that first game in the Greek capital. We do have our full strength team ready for this game. Pullison has gone up to an 80 in goal, and I know I've had to remind you of this a few times anytime we play a Champions League game recently, but I've obviously said quarter-final is the target for us this season. I based that off the fact that we got to the last 16 in the first season, so I want to do one better, and if we don't, we have to sell our two highest rated players that aren't named Phil Brooks. He signed a lifetime deal, just go with it. But at the moment, that would be Carter Vickers and Pullison, and we've only brought in Pullison. I'd be more willing to sell Carter Vickers because he's in his late 20s and I feel like we could actually benefit from selling him in some ways. Not that I want to get rid of him, but still, I think that would be, coming down to the two of them, Carter Vickers would be the one I'd be more willing to sell, whereas Pullison, regen of Kasper Schmeichel, 80 rated, 19 years old, he's only going to get better. I'd be quite sad to see him go, but still, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We get to don this lovely third kit that we didn't have for the first season, but I'm very happy to have it here in season 2. Athens welcome us to their stadium. Going to be interesting to see what team they're lining up with here in the Waldstadion. Apparently they actually have updated a couple of the generic stadiums, but I haven't had a proper look at them yet. Listen, I understand they're not going to have the licenses for every stadium. Do you know what? I'm just going to skip the full match intro for this. We'll play the full one for the Bayern game. I get that they're not going to have the license for every stadium, but I just wish they'd add a few more custom ones. Or give us the opportunity to create stadiums from the ground up. That's something that we badly need to... that's something that they badly need to introduce into the game, EA. So if you're listening, EA, please take that on board. But I think I said it in the last episode, I'm planning a video soon about some things I'd like to see them introduce into the game over the next few years, hopefully next year. And I'll also talk about some of the things I like about the game this year and some of the things that I feel I could do with some improvement as well. But so far I can't see any names I recognise too much on this Athens team. They're not having a great time in the Champions League phase at the moment, but neither are we. Despite the fact that we're above them. But they very nearly took the lead there. Pullison called into action early on. Athens getting the first big chance of the game, and they'll get this corner as well. What can they do with it? Looks like they might take it short. Nope. They tried to reel me in, but thankfully we didn't get sucked in by it. They still have it in the box though. It's another good save by Pullison. Sessegnon now looking to go on the break. Go on. Oh, I thought he would get that through to Maeda, but unfortunately the defender read it quite well. Leipzig take the lead against Man City. Oh, Garcia, he's done Brooks there. Good tackle. He punked you there, pal. Santos now. Over to Ida. Oh, I thought he'd lost it. Oh, he's done really well there, Adam Ida, who we now have included in the starting 11. Hatate with the strike. But their goalkeeper makes a decent save. And we do get our first corner kick of the game, which Hatate will take. What can we do from this corner? Nothing. It's very hard to score from corners this year. Here's Ida. Go on. Curl it in. Oh, for a second, that angle was a little bit deceiving. Adam Ida tried to curl one in. Not the worst effort in the world. Might have looked a bit closer, though, in real time than it did there on the replay. But still, it's a big chance for us. They've got Strakosha in goal. They've got Nemanja Vidic at the back. It's Vida. Imagine. Oh, what I'd give to have him in the current United team, I'll tell you that much. I got a lot of stick the other day for praising Johnny Evans after he had a great performance against Aston Villa. But anyways, sometimes the players who aren't so fashionable people don't seem to want to praise them, and then when you do, you get called out for some reason. But anyways, oh, it's a poor ball. And I also said that he was one of United's best signings in recent times, which I got criticised for. But what I'm basing that off of is the fact that Johnny Evans is in his late 30s now, actually. I think he's 36. Well, he's approaching his late 30s, I should say. And, you know, obviously signed on a free. If he had played 10 games last season, I would have said it was a lot. So the fact that he played 30 games, I mean, that's incredible. And he very rarely put a foot wrong. There was moments, obviously, but I genuinely think he's been one of the more consistent signings that United have had. And obviously, financially, it's benefited the club as well. I just wish he was 10 years younger. But anyways, enough talk about Manchester United on this. That'll be in the next career mode, which I'm looking forward to as well. But I have to say, lads, this Celtic career mode has been very enjoyable so far. It's a career mode I've wanted to do for years. Good interception there by Brooks. And when they introduced Celtic Park into the game, I knew it was only a matter of time. It happened a year later than I'd hoped for, but I'm glad that we're doing it. And I'd be really glad if we could score this opportunity here. It was a good shot by Ida. Strakosha was level to it, and Maeda couldn't follow it in. And Athens look to go on the break now. Brooks is out of position. I didn't mean to switch there. We're very quickly approaching the halftime break. Garcia, he's offside surely. Well done, well done. Played the offside trap well there. But 2 minutes before halftime, still scoreless. And this is a game that I feel like we really need to get 3 points in, because even though Bayern aren't having the best time in Europe, it's still Bayern Munich. Only one added minute here. Ida, he's onside. Adam Ida, get in there. Okay, I'm not going to get too carried away. Going to stay calm. But Adam Ida, right at the end of the half, has given us a lead. Perfect time to score. Slightly adjust the team talk at half time when you score that late in the first half. But thankfully, we do take the lead. It's a very good finish by Adam Ida. Furuhashi is still a legend. I have no intention of getting rid of him anytime soon. But I knew that Adam Ida was going to be the future of this team. 77 rated at 24 years old. Just feels like he has a bit more to his game. I just feel like he gets a bit more involved. They're both brilliant finishers, Ida and Furuhashi. But Ida just has a few more boxes ticked at the moment. And speaking of ticking boxes, we are having a huge W box ticked here so far against Athens. That didn't really make any sense. But anyways, it sounded more clever in my head. But we are 1-0 up going into the second half, as Athens get the next 45 minutes kicked off. Let's hope that we can keep them out for another half. Oh, Johnston. I hate that when I switch player too soon. Pullison, I tell you what, he has been absolutely fantastic today. He's technically a third generation goalkeeper. He's the regen of Kasper Schmeichel, who's the son of Peter Schmeichel. So it's a lot to live up to, but I tell you what, he's living up to it and then some at the moment, especially in this game. Dorado going on a good run here, but isn't able to carry it forward. But Brooks, I tell you what, I wasn't intending on booting it out for, yeah, it's a corner. But he still got stuck in there. Pullison punches it away. Vida heads it wide. And Cam. They're making an early second half change, I should say. His Sessegnon, my headphones just scared the absolute crap out of me. They just turned off automatically. And that made me jump. It's very tense in here at the moment. We're playing a big game in the Champions League, which we very nearly doubled our lead in. But the keeper made a good save for me to strike. And Athens look to break here. There's Pineda. Into Garcia. Pereira. What can he do with it? Oh, Brooks. Brilliant tackle. Oh, what, ref? He won the ball. Oh, I thought he won the ball. Right, Carter Vickers, get on the line. What are they going to do with this free kick? Oh, I tell you what, it's a good thing we put him on the line. I tell you what, the free kicks for the AI, they were OPAF in FC24. And FC25, they're the exact same. But here's Adamida from the counter-attack. Gives us a 2-0 lead. Okay, now I feel like getting a little bit more carried away. Ida with his second goal of the game. He gets our second goal as well. And this could be a huge, crucial 3 points in the Champions League. A counter-attack from a decent free kick at the other end has led to our second goal. I'm not sure how I feel about that POV camera. I think it's a good idea on paper. I don't know if its execution is working quite well though. But anyways, we executed that strike quite well. 2-0 up. Might make a couple of changes actually in a minute. Only 25 minutes to go. We are only 3 points clear in the league as well, so I need to try and keep players fit for some of those league games, because every point matters at the moment. Almeida. Unlucky. Johnston. Go on, try and get in there, lad. Oh, unlucky. Here's Pereira again. I didn't mean to switch there. I was trying to stay on Johnston. I accidentally switched to Carter Vickers, but thankfully it didn't matter in the end. Go on, let's try and get a third goal, and then we'll try and make some changes. The next time the ball goes out of play, we'll make changes anyway. But let's have it be when we score our third goal. Oh, I tell you what, the keeper, he got something on it, but it nearly wasn't enough. It clips the post, and they're lucky that it didn't trickle into the net afterwards. Of course, if Athens did get the next goal, though, it would make things a little bit more nervy for us. Sessegnon looking to get stuck in. They get the advantage. Pineda. Conserado gets stuck in there. Well done. Oh, that was a fantastic tackle. Hatate goes on the run here. Can he play in Maida? Bit of a delay on that. And Maida gets dispossessed by the fullback. Only 10 minutes left. I tell you what, this game is flying by at the moment. And they're on the attack here. Oh, they've done me there. But Pullison makes another good save. Let's put that out of play. Ideally for a throw-in, not a corner, but whatever. Right, Ida can come off for Furuhashi. Santos can come off for McGregor. I think Carter Vickers was a bit tired, so we'll bring on Scales. Who else is looking tired? Sessegnon is knackered. We'll bring on Valle. I think we can make one more change. Let's bring on... Actually, let's save the last change. Sometimes I like to make a time-wasting sub in and around the last minute. They're making a change as well, though. And they get a corner here, which Eliasson will whip it in. I wonder, will anyone want to walk with him today? If you know, you know. Good tackle by McGregor, though. Or, what? No, it was Brooks, actually. McGregor's on the ball, and then he loses it. Come on. Only 5 minutes left. Ideally, I'd like to keep a clean sheet as well, because goal difference could be important. McGregor. Oh, it's a decent ball over to Maida, but he isn't able to get there. Hatate is, though. And Kyogo Furuhashi, he's onside. He's unselfish. It's Kuhn, and it's 3-0, and that is 3 points sealed here in Greece. Get in there, Nicholas Kuhn. I think it's only his third goal of the season. He's had a little bit of a slow start, goal scoring wise, but he's still one of the most important players in this team. And he scores an important goal here to give us that 3-0 lead. And you know what? Now I'll make that time wasting sub. Let's bring on Christie for Hatate. Run down that clock a bit. I didn't mean to skip the replay. I wanted to watch the goal again. Oh, whatever. Ryan Christie makes his way onto the pitch. As we hear the Celtic fans breaking out into song. Let's try and keep this clean sheet now as well, though, before the final whistle blows. First Champions League goal of the season for Kuhn. I think it's his third in all competitions. I had a quick look at the numbers before I started recording. Pullison will catch that. He was fantastic today, as were the rest of the players, and it's a fantastic result. 3-0 here away from home against Athens. Big result. 2 more games to go in the league phase, both against German opposition. Bayern Munich will be the next game, which will also be played in full on this episode. Oh God, I tell you what, I wish it was against easier opposition, but we are where we are. Let's hope we can get the 3 points. And just to give you an idea of what the table will look like going into that game later in the episode against Bayern, we are currently in 18th place with 9 points, 3 wins, 3 losses. Goal difference is still in the minus though, which is down to that Porto game. I can't believe actually as well, I don't think I mentioned that was a huge rematch for Celtic as well. Obviously the UEFA Cup final in 2003 was against Porto. I unfortunately was not able to get the revenge. I actually got a much worse result, but less said about that the better. But Bayern, let's just have a look here, are in 27th. They've only won 1 game out of 6 so far, which is crazy, and we will have the home advantage, so it's a big one. It'll be a tough one, but I do believe that if we can play our cards right, that we can get a very famous result in the history of Celtic Football Club, or at least the recent history. But we do still have big league games to play as well. We're away to St Mirren here. I have made a couple of changes, few tired legs after the Champions League game in Greece, so I'm going to give this one a quick sim. Might be a bit of a risk, but let's see what happens. Away from home, we do get a 2-1 win. Furuhashi comes off the bench and gets the winner. Adamida opened up the scoring, so the 2 strikers still both tallying up the numbers goal scoring wise, and it's great to see that even when one comes off, the other one is able to pick up from where they left off. But thankfully we do get off to winning ways as well here in the league phase of this episode. The domestic league phase is what I meant to say there. But anyways, here is a quick look at the youth academy. So we have quite a few left backs here at the moment. So McFadden, Mooney, McDonald, McKenzie, Kearney and Alexander. Alexander is from Fiji, even though I looked for centre backs there. They've given me a left back, but whatever. But actually, if I look at some of his stats, he's got decent pace, shooting's not great, defending's not great. Yeah, it's annoying because he's got decent potential, but the starting stats aren't great at all. McNamara, he probably doesn't look like he's going to be great either now that I look at it. But we got Gillespie here who looks okay. Curry looks very promising. Probably going to have to try and get him out on loan soon, so we'll have to wait and see with that. Here's a player from Myanmar. Still need to learn how to pronounce that properly because I've heard both versions of it, so do let me know in the comments. We explained the backstory behind that in the last episode. We've got you here as well from the same country. Not you watching this video, even though according to my analytics you might be, but we've got Ashen Yu, the right winger. Yeah, he looks pretty decent. He could be one for the future. Dylan Morrissey there, not looking too bad either. And we've got this Lundberg guy here. We have finally converted him to a striker. 90 to 94 potential, but just not a great starting overall. So he's not old enough to be promoted to the team yet, but as soon as he is, we'll have to try and get him out on loan and just hope that he shoots up an overall when he is out on loan, because I would like to have a Swedish presence in the team, pay homage to Henrik Larsson, Celtic legend, but we'll keep an eye on that. But I just said I'd give you a bit of an update on the youth academy. This is how it's looking at the moment, although I will say McNamara, yeah, he's just not going to be good enough. But yeah, let me know as well what regions you think I should be scouting in, whether they're related to Celtic or not. With the amount of regions you're able to scout in the game this year, I'm willing to try out as many as possible, so do let me know. So we get on to our first bunch of highlights here today. Dason Maeda giving us a 1-0 lead here against Kilmarnock in the first half. Brilliant finish. Santos with the ball across, and he was never going to miss from there, Maeda. His 10th goal in the league this season, so he is absolutely flying. Then it was Nicholas Kuhn, goals in back-to-back games for him. Funny, I just said earlier on that he was after getting off to a slow start to the season, and here he is now scoring in back-to-back games. You love to see it. The German did give us a 2-0 lead here right before half-time, and then a captain's goal here from Alistair Johnson. Look at this. Brilliant run through the middle. Oh, that's fantastic. That is a captain's goal if I've ever seen one. But that was 3-0. We were absolutely flying. But then, this happened. Look at this for a finish. Sometimes you just have to hold up your hands and say, that was a bit of a worldie. He scuffed it a little bit, but it worked out in his favour. Look at this. Over the keeper. Drops into the net. I have to give them credit. It was a very good finish, and that was one back for Kilmarnock. But thankfully, it didn't have too many big implications on the result, because Santos scores a brilliant goal here just before we took him off for Ryan Christie. I really wish his stamina was a bit better, Santos. That's the only thing kind of holding him back at the moment, is that I feel like he gets tired very quickly. But other than that, he's doing really, really well, and he got the 4th goal for us there. Bruce Anderson then made it 4-2. Little bit annoyed at this one. Brooks probably should have done better with that. I even think the keeper could have saved it. A good finish, don't get me wrong, but an annoying goal to concede. But look at this. Palma came off the bench. So unlucky, clips the post, but Maeda was there to get his 2nd goal of the game and our 5th, and that sealed a 5-2 win against Kilmarnock, and a brilliant 3 points to get here at Celtic Park. Up next, it was an away trip to Ross County. Who's Ross and why does he own a county? I don't know, but we showed who was boss today. Engels hadn't played him in a while. He requested to play this game, and he was very, very grateful to get that opportunity, as proven here by this fantastic strike, which gave us the 1-0 lead. Look at this. I need to start trying out some of these different camera angles as well. I always keep it on the broadcast, but this hypermotion one here. Okay, let's just put the camera on the other end, apparently. Let's have a look at the 360 one. Is this the one where it goes... Yeah, this is... I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't like how it disrupts the momentum, but still... This will probably give us a better angle of the ball going in right into the top corner. That was an absolute beauty to give us a 1-0 lead. Excuse me, choking on how great a goal that was. Callum McGregor then. This one had a bit more luck about it. Look at this. Brilliant strike, but a huge deflection off the defender. I thought it was going to go down as an own goal, but he was credited with it, McGregor, the notorious one. And that gave us a 2-0 lead going into the second half. Very, very bad defending here, though. Look at the gap in the defence here. I don't know what I was thinking here. Ross County pull one back, and things were getting a little bit nervy. I don't think they show it in the highlights, but they had a few attacks. I actually can't even remember this shot, but this was in the 90th minute. As you can see here, not the best shot, but we were looking a little bit nervy. But then, speaking of great goals, Kyogo Furuhashi showing that class is permanent. What a volley in the 90th minute. Came off the bench to replace Adamida and smacked in the winner and gave us 3 points here on the road. Another away trip here, this time to Dundee FC. Let's give this one a quick sim as well. Did make a few changes, but thankfully we still get the 3 points, a clean sheet as well. Furuhashi keeping up his great form. Christie and Sessegnon on the score sheet as well. Brilliant, brilliant result. And now we go on into the next game, which I believe is at home, and I know for a fact is against Aberdeen. Well, I tell you what, lads, this is a result I had to work for. Aberdeen absolutely were battering me here in this first half. We had created 1 or 2 chances, but Aberdeen looked a lot more comfortable on the ball, and the first chance they got, they took. Duke here with a brilliant finish. Credit where it's due. Not much I could do about that. Keeper got close to it, but unfortunately, that did put us 1-0 behind. Then Adamida doing what Adamida does, getting the equaliser here. Good run by Santos. Ida made the space. Lovely finish. And this was the start of a very chaotic end to the first half, because then Oskarsson, who is on 15 goals for the season at the moment, absolutely does Carter Vickers there. I don't know where he was going to. And I thought after this we were going to be going into the second half 2-1 down, but then the next attack, Tiz and Maida gets the equaliser. Santos creates another chance for Ida, who unselfishly played it into Maida, and that got us back on level terms. And then a huge slice of luck here got us the winner. Dorado's pass deflects out to Maida, who puts it in with his left foot. But hang on, we have to go back here again. I need to show you this again. The pass was going nowhere. The Aberdeen player intercepts it, but it goes right into the path of Maida. The biggest slice of luck. That's more lucky than the McGregor goal that was deflected against Ross County. Huge slice of luck there, and I need to see as well, there was one of the misses of the season in this game as well. Look at this. Honestly, if we hadn't won this game, I probably would have dropped Dorado. How do you miss from there? Not like it hits the post or, you know, there's an amazing save for the keeper. He completely misses the target. Absolutely horrendous. But thankfully, it didn't cost us anything in the end. And we get our final 3 points of the episode in the Scottish League. And now we move on into a big Champions League game against Bayern Munich. Before we get into this game against Bayern, we have finally received an offer here for Gustafsson, so I think I'm going to accept this. I mean, I don't know why I had to think about it. We've had him transfer listed for ages. Got him on a free last season. We needed a backup CDM, but now, of course, we have Dorado and McGregor. So, Gustafsson, best of luck at Southampton. Hopefully that one goes through. And here we are, lads. 18th place Celtic play 27th place Bayern Munich. That's a very strange sentence that I never thought I would say. We can go over those tasks after the game. But it's been a few weeks since that Aberdeen game, so we have a fully fit team. Johnston's a bit complacent though, so that's a bit of a worry. Carter Vickers probably need to work on that sharpness a bit. I'm going to go with the full strength team. Adam Ida has gone up to a 78. Brooks has gone up to an 80 rating, so very, very happy with that. And here we go, lads. I think if we win this, then we surely will be in a playoff game, at the very least in the Champions League. Probably not going to be enough to finish in the top 8, but listen, I'll take a playoff over getting knocked out altogether. That's probably the most obvious statement of the century, but here we are. I wonder if we're going to have our teleporting through brick wall moment here that we always seem to have in the Champions League. But Bayern Munich visit Glasgow, the biggest team in Scotland against the biggest team in Germany. Manuel Neuer leads out the Bavarians. And here we go. Teleport through that brick wall. Honestly, some of the glitches in this never fail to amaze me. Harry Kane there leading the line. Gnabry's there. Is that Musiala? I think it is. Goretzka's there. Kim Min-jae, I think, is at the back. Some big players there for Bayern Munich, but we've got some players here that can hold their own. I half thought about putting McGregor in for this after that terrible miss from Dorado, but he is on the bench if we need him. Ida will lead the line for us. Maida in good form as well. Kuhn, the German, coming up against the biggest team in his home country. That mascot's quite tall. Jesus Christ, he's nearly as tall as Maida. He's one of the youth academy players. Oh, I'm nervous about this one, lads. I don't care how bad they're doing this time around, Bayern Munich. I'm still taking them very, very seriously. We have more subs than that. I don't know why it's only showing you 7 of them. They obviously haven't updated that yet. But Pullison, Johnston, Carter Vickers, Brooks, Sessegnon, Santos, Hatate, Dorado, Kuhn, Maida and Ida is our starting 11 here as we get the group picture. I want to get the full build up to this game. It is a big one. We do have one more Champions League game after this, which is against Frankfurt. So another German team to play. Bayern get ready for their group picture here. The 6-time European Cup winners. In real life, of course, just lost away from home in the UK to Aston Villa, who also beat them in the European Cup final in '82. But let's confirm their lineup. I hate when it doesn't numerical order. Just do it in the order of what position they're in. So you see Boye, Rudiger. Okay, that's just stop me in the flow there. Ito, Udogie, Goretzka, Lehmer. So it was Ito and not Kim Min-jae. Okay. Elise, Musiala, Gnabry and Kane up front. That went very, very quick. But anyways, here we are. Bayern will get things kicked off. They need a win desperately. A win will be quite nice for us. But we are actually coming into this game in a much better position. Oh, that's a good ball though by Olise. Oh, into Harry Kane. Musiala. Good tackle by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Right, I'm not going to rush things here. I'm going to take my time on the ball. Because I think a draw wouldn't be the worst result. Although I would like a win. But I'm going to take my time and be patient with the build-up. Sessegnon, I thought he was going to overlap there, but he chose not to. Maeda's probably going to be offside. I was waiting for Sessegnon to overlap, and I do have his instructions set to that, I do believe. But he opted not to do it there. But Olise is obviously a former Oxford United player on this channel. We did have him in that final season, and he was immense, to be fair. I think he'd literally just signed for Bayern Munich as I brought him in to the Oxford team. That's a great ball for Musiala. And Pullison makes a very good save, and an important save as well. Bayern get the first chance of the game, and they'll get this corner here as well, which Leimer will take, or Leimer, however you say it. Plays it short to Michael Olise. Goretzka. Good tackle. Rudiger. Good save by the keeper again. Initially spilt it, but did well to pick it up afterwards. That's a warning sign though. We are up against a quality team who I'm quite surprised have done this poorly in the Champions League. They've only won one game up to this point out of 6, which is a bit of a shock. That was a good interception there though. Here's Maeda. He's got Santos in the middle, but he can't find him, but he will get it back. Adamida. What a chance this is. Deflected. And it wouldn't land for Santos, who would have been in a good position to get a shot off. Musiala now. Out to Udogie. Goretzka. Musiala, who I would love to sign in a career mode one day. I've never actually used him. Here's Harry Kane. Oh, good tackle by Dorado, but they get it back. Cameron Carter-Vickers, though, will head it back to the keeper. Right, calm, lads, calm. We need to be patient here. And listen, they have a bit more quality than us. But that doesn't mean that we should be letting them dispossess us so easily like they did there. Olise. Kane. Good tackle by Brooks. Kane, though. Good shot. Excuse me. Still have a bit of a cough. Still recovering from my ailments. Oh, good ball there to Santos. I thought for a second they were going to intercept that. Released it a bit too soon though. Ida was never going to get there. God, this first half has flown by. Udogie. Oh, good tackle. Or good interception, I should say, by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Let's go back to the keeper. And let's just get rid of it. Here's Maeda. Ida, stay on side. He's done really well here. Adamida. Rudiger with the brilliant tackle. It's a good signing for Bayern Munich, bringing a German international into the team from Real Madrid. Good player as well, Rudiger, in real life. I mean, obviously, when he plays for Real Madrid, but I do like him quite a lot. Olise, oh, what a finish. What a finish by Michael Olise. Well, we know all about him on this channel. He was one of the best players in that final season with Oxford. He was key in us winning the Premier League title in that save. And he's been key for Bayern Munich in this game. I mean, to score from that angle is incredible. Keeper, though, should be doing a lot better with that. And Joe Turl knows it. And Bayern Munich take the lead. It's his first Champions League goal of the season, Olise. And he's gotten it at a very good time for Bayern Munich. Couldn't have come at a worse time for us, really. Well, maybe I could have, but still. There's never a good time to concede. And they get the ball back straight away here. Let's just not concede another one. Oh, Musiala. Oh, no. Oh, that's brilliant football. Harry fucking Kane. Oh, fuck. Doubled Bayern Munich's lead. Celebrates in front of the Celtic fans. You would not get out of Glasgow alive, lad, if you did that in real life. But he does keep Bayern Munich's Champions League's hope alive here. Outside of the foot, just like Olise. And it's 2-0 to Bayern Munich. Not ideal. His Maida though. Go on. Cut it back. Oh, what's he done? Johnston, can he get there? No, he can't. I think that's going to be the half-time whistle. Yes, it is. 2-0 down. 2 late goals to concede as well. I feel like that second goal was very avoidable. But unfortunately, Bayern Munich are in pole position to get the 3 points here. We need to have a good start to the second half. Here's Maida. Oh, it's a good run. Really good run, but he can't get the shot off. And Neuer will play it out from the back. Well, Frankfurt, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how they're actually doing in the Champions League. We'll have a look after this game. But, oh, it's a good ball for Harry Kane. Is he going to wrap it up here? Cameron Carter-Vickers with the good tackle. But at least, if we do lose this game, I still feel like we'll be able to fight for a place in the playoffs. Adamida, brilliant goal by Adamida, gets us right back in it here. We needed to score early in this second half, and we've done so. It's Ida yet again, the main man at the moment. Did well to get away from Ito. That's becoming a trademark finish where he slightly loses his balance but is still able to squeeze it in. Beats Manuel Neuer. Well, Manuel Neuer knows a thing or two about conceding goals to Irish strikers. Shane Long getting a famous one back in 2015. But it's Adamida this time. And it's for Celtic this time as well. Oh, and Santos looked to get us going there. But it's a good interception. Musiala, that's fantastic. Oh, but Cameron Carter-Vickers. That's a brilliant interception, and then he loses it, but he wins it back again. It's becoming a game of table tennis at the moment. Dorado over to Kuhn. Oh, intercepted there. Half an hour to go. Here's Gnabry, formerly of Arsenal and West Bromwich Albion. Musiala. Do not let him get the shot off. We do, but Pulisic, thankfully, was level to it. Kvaratskhelia has come on for Olise. That'll tell you the strength and depth that Bayern have at the moment. Well, we already knew they had a strong squad, which has been very evident in this game already. And it's evident there again. 3-1. That's a beautiful strike by the substitute. This is the level, obviously, we're trying to get to. And we knew it was going to take some time. But the golfing class is just... it's very evident. That's a beautiful finish, though. Credit where it's due. Let's make a couple of changes ourselves. I'm going to take off Atate. He's not really done much. Let's bring on Christie. Let's bring on McGregor as well, because why not? And you know what? Not that he's put a foot wrong, but we'll bring on Furuhashi Farida. Just because, I need to start remembering, at the kickoff you can't make subs. I will remember one of these days, but that day is not today. They need to fix that though, because that's a new thing that's been brought in this year. Right, we'll be able to make the changes now. We get the free kick. It's Kvaratskhelia first appearance in the Champions League. Oh, they probably just signed him, actually. I keep forgetting we're in the January transfer window. I'm not used to Champions League games being in January. That's something that obviously this new league phase has introduced. Let's whip in this free kick though. McGregor wins the header, but not an awful lot of power behind it, and Neuer will pick it up with the greatest of ease. Oh, good interception by McGregor again though. Come on, let's make it 3-2. Let's try and make it a grandstand finish here. Kuhn, great ball. Ryan Christie, get in there. Ryan Christie off the bench makes it 3-2. And look at that mentality. He doesn't celebrate. He doesn't do that stupid thing where you kick the ball into the back of the net after scoring. He picks up the ball. He wants to get going again. We may be down, but we are not out. Celtic 2, Bayern Munich 3. Come on. Harry Kane wins that. Good ball over the top, but dealt with very well by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Ryan Christie now. Over to Furuhashi. Come on, Kyogo. Come on, you've come on with fresh legs. Oh, Kyogo. Furuhashi. Get in there. Oh, fantastic by Kyogo Furuhashi. I'm losing my voice here. But Kyogo gets the equaliser from 3-1 down. We are now level at 3-3. Ito was not able to intercept there. I thought I had a clever joke to make there, but I didn't. But Kyogo got the better of Ito, and it's 3-3 here in Glasgow. And there's still 10 minutes to go. Can we get a winner? Oh, if we could win this game, it would be massive. But Bayern, they're desperate for these 3 points. It's Harry Kane. Oh no, Harry Kane! Oh my goodness me. I saw the net ripple there, and I thought for a split second that they had gone back in front. Well, a draw is definitely a better result for us than it is for Bayern. Come on, Sessegnon. Oh, Maeda. Oh no, he's onside. I thought he was going to be off there for a second. Maeda. Oh, he squares it to Furuhashi. Oh, can you believe it? It's 4-3. Kyogo Furuhashi. He may not be in the starting 11 as often as he used to, but he is still making the headlines here at Celtic, and for all the right reasons. Parkhead explodes as Celtic have taken a 4-3 lead from 3-1 down. There's been some famous European nights here at Celtic Park, but this will go down as one of the all-time greats if we can keep it like this. And you know what? I'm making a change of formation here. Let's go to the tactics. Let's go to a 5 at the back. Yeah, 5-4-1 flat. That's fine. Let's get out of this. I'm still getting used to this bloody menu. And we go back to the squad. That hasn't changed. Wait, what? Okay, give me a second here, lads. Finally figured it out. Took me a while. I apologise. But we have changed the formation here. So let's make some changes. Let's put McGregor there and take off Santos for Scales. Sessegnon is knackered as well. No, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. And, oh, that's our last change as well. Okay, that's fine. Maeda can do the job up front. Kuna's the cam. McGregor and Christie in the midfield. Valle, Scales, Brooks, Vickers, and Johnston at the back. And let's hope that we can see out this result here. 4-7 for Kyogo Furuhashi. But that will definitely be the biggest one if we can keep it like this. Bayern get things kicked off. Only 4 minutes to go though. They are running out of time. But they still have the quality on the pitch that can make a difference. Oh, like this man here, Harry Kane. Good block. Well done. I think that was Brooks. Christie with a risky ball back there. But here's Valle. Let's just hold on to it. Let's just hold on to it. Brooks again. Into Christie. McGregor. The fans are... Oh my God, calling for the whistle. I did not see Harry Kane there. Oh, well, I would have only had myself to blame had we conceded from that chance and from that mistake, but thankfully we don't. Kyogo Furuhashi, he was already a legend here at Celtic, but he's just written himself into Celtic folklore yet again as we get a 4-3 win here against Bayern Munich after being 3-1 down. He came off the bench, 2 goals from 2 attempts, and lads, I think that might have put one foot into the Champions League playoffs with that result. Let's have a quick look at the table before we wrap things up here. Before we do that, just to confirm, Gustafsson has left to join Southampton, so a free signing who we've sold on for just under 4 million. Not a bad bit of business if you ask me. But this is how things stand going into the final league phase game in the Champions League. 15th place, 12 points on the board, level with Chelsea, Ferencvárosi, however you say that team's name. I always get it wrong. I know Juventus are 1 point clear of us, but level on points with two teams. 2 points clear of Porto, United and Valencia. 3 points clear of the likes of Barcelona. Bayern Munich, lads, it ain't looking good. 6 points after 7 games. What's going on with them? That is quite crazy. But obviously 24th is the cutoff, so I don't think we can finish any lower than 20th, I don't think. No, we can't finish any lower than 19th. Sorry, my maths wasn't mathing there. So, yeah, we've qualified for the next round of the Champions League. We can't make it to the... Oh, we can. Never mind, we can. I was going to say we can't make it to the last 16, but yes, we can. Now, obviously, it'll depend on other results, and we'd have to have a few results go our way from the looks of things. This is the only thing I don't like about the new league phase, or one of the only things. You have to work out an awful lot of different, numbers to determine on the final day. The group stage was a lot easier to figure out. That's what I'm trying to say. Who's leading the board at the moment? Nobody. Let's not talk about it. No, in all seriousness though, Liverpool are top of the league phase. They've won 6 out of 7, only drawn 1, so they're doing quite well. Monaco as well, 2 teams that we've played, leading the line at the moment. Frankfurt are in 5th, and they are our next opponent, so we will play that game in the next episode, and who knows, if we get a win, we could qualify for the last 16 2 years in a row, but at least we know we have a playoff no matter what, so that's good. And yeah, that was the main thing that we wanted to seal going into this Champions League campaign. So hopefully our quarter-final quest will not be coming to an end anytime soon. But lads, that will do it for this episode. Actually, just before I wrap it up, this is how the Scottish Premiership is looking at the moment. 5 points clear of Rangers, who we do play at Ibrox for the second time this season in the next game, which will be the first game on the next episode, and obviously that will be played in full. Hopefully we get a better result against them at Ibrox this time round, because last time it did not go our way, so something for us to aim for there. But that will of course be in the next episode, which will be up tomorrow. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope I sound a little bit better this time around in comparison to the last episode, but thoroughly enjoyed it yet again. Please do consider leaving a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are enjoying the content. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care.